Well, today on GeekSmart, we're going to look at another security camera. This one, the HomeHawk window camera from Panasonic. Well, welcome back to GeekSmart. I got my Camp Geek shirt on, but we're on GeekSmart, so I thought I'd promote my other brand, right? Today we're taking a peek at how to set up and install the Panasonic HomeHawk window camera. This one looks pretty interesting, pretty unique, because it actually attaches suction cups, I believe it's suction cups, to a window, and then plugs into the wall for power, and then it runs off your Wi-Fi, and essentially it's a security camera that goes through the window. Now, because it's suction cups and it seals the camera, you're not going to get any glare. There's also something neat about this in that it actually has color night vision. So typically when you do night vision with infrared lights, it turns black and white. You see a lot of content, but you don't see colors. I'm really interested to see how the color night vision comes through this. And it's supposed to be really nice and bright and vibrant. So yes, that is something I'm really looking forward to checking. That's going to be on the review side of things, but let's bring it in, let's open it up, let's see all the parts, let's get it set up. Okay, so let's open up the box, let's see actually what comes inside. Alright, information, nice little happy card about satisfaction, I guess, quick start guide, troubleshooting guide, and then we have the parts themselves. Okay, so that's a cover. I'm going to go ahead and just pull these out as we go. Alright, we'll find out more information as we go. So there's the camera itself. Pull that out of the plastic. We'll leave the protective plastic on there for now, at least. Then we have our power cord. Let's see here. It comes with, some adhesive clips. So we can actually, so if you need to clip it to a wall or to some trim or something, at least it'll hold the cord and you can clip it in there. So that's adhesive backed. And this is running on 5 volts. So while it's not actually USB, it's a proprietary little connector, right? Well, it's not really proprietary, it's a standard, but since it's running on 5 volts, 1.8 amps, I probably wouldn't have minded having maybe a USB-C or something, but that's not a huge deal. Alright, that's everything that came in the box. So the camera itself, let's see here. Yep, and it is a suction cup, exactly like I thought. So there's you can see the clip there that actually suction cups it to the window so you can unlock it. We have a memory card slot right here on the back. You can see it right there. There's the setup and the reset button. Power comes out the bottom, right? So this is going to be suction cupped against the glass like this. Power cord is going to shoot out the bottom, just like that, right? And then after you get it all attached and everything, this... well, let's see. We suction cup it to the window. Does it slide down or does it just clip in place? It kind of just clips in place, and then you can just lift it off because there is a little bit of a leading edge right there. You can kind of see it where you can grab the cover and lift it off to get back to it. They say here, remove camera 2 steps. So this little pull tab is how you actually get it out of the window. So you unlock the camera from the window and then you pull on that, and that's actually how the rubber gets pulled and releases the seal. We're going to keep the plastic on here because this is actually the piece that actually sticks to the window and keeps the lens clean right before we actually put it on. That's when we'll remove this plastic. So what we're going to do is I'm going to find out which app we need to download, and we're going to get that downloading while we install it. Okay, before we actually do this sticking to the window, first I do have a micro SD memory card. This is just a 16 gig card. You can put larger if you want to have more data on there. That's just going to go in here, so we're going to be ready for setup here. Click that into place. A couple other things. HomeHawk app, that's the app we're going to download. I'll show you that here in a second. And then when we actually go to install it, we're going to kind of set it on the window, push it on the window, and then while you're holding it on the window, click the suction cup into place. That's essentially what we're going to do. This pull tab here, this little sticker, you leave that in place. That's for when you need to remove it. It sounds as well like the app is going to tell you after about 3 months, it's going to tell you, hey, it's time to reseat the suction cup. Because suction cups aren't designed like adhesive where it'll just stick forever almost. Suction cups do eventually slowly fail over time, and so they don't want this to obviously unhear from the window. Especially, obviously whenever you put this to the window too, yes, we're keeping it clean by leaving this plastic in place, but you're going to want to make sure that you clean the window. Now, before we actually go up and actually stick to this window, we're going to actually set this up here in my studio so it's in a controlled environment. After we get it fully set up, I'm going to then unplug it, and we'll go up and adhere it, and we'll see how she looks. But for now, we're just going to actually set this up here, sitting on the table. So I have the power cord plugged in down there. I'm going to go ahead and plug it in here. You can see the light there. It actually came on. That way we have it in a controlled environment. I am now going to get the app set up. We're going to show the startup of the app. So it looks like it went from white to green. Let's get set up on the app. Okay, so here we have the app. It's the HomeHawk app, one word. I'm going to go ahead and open it here. Like me send me notifications. I'm fine with that. And then if you would like, go ahead and read through the license agreement. I'm going to hit OK, hit OK. Request to customers approving the, yep, that's fine. I'm okay with that. Work properly is required to iOS to allow. That's fine. Allow while using the app. And we'll open up and we're getting the app. Now, of course, any of those questions, you can choose your own answers. I'm kind of going through it here fast. We're setting up the window camera. Looks like they do have floor camera, shelf camera, front door camera. Sorry about that. We're going to set up the window camera. And we're going to hit add new camera. Remove the cover. I have it removed. Connect to power. That's fine. We got that. Please wait while our window camera is starting up. If the step is interrupted by incoming call, allow this on-screen. Okay, well, we'll just give it its time to do its thing. Now, I think what they're doing here is they want you to wait 1 minute so while it boots up. I already plugged it in, so it's already booted up. Select the color of the LED that is displayed on the camera. I would say it's green, but I guess it's yellow. That is a yellowish green. I don't know. It's kind of weird. Verify network. Schuster. That's fine. And of course, that's going to be whatever network you're attached to, whatever your Wi-Fi is called. Select setup method. Let's do Bluetooth. That's fine. It's recommended. I'm okay with that. Password for this wireless network. Let me do that real quick. Okay, password's in. Hit next. Searching for your camera. Linking. So it did automatically find it. Up to 3 minutes to link the camera with the mobile device. Well, we'll just give it time. The camera itself is now flashing green. So now it's actually green, as you can see there. I guess it was more yellowed before. It just looked kind of like a lime green. Would like to film and connect devices on your local network. I'm okay with that. And now the HomeHawk is now a solid blue light, as you can see there. Press button. Press and hold the setup button until the LED starts blinking green. So I'm going to go ahead and push and hold this setup button right here. And we got to wait till it's blinking green, which I would say it's blinking green. Okay. Now we got to create a password. This is going to be the login password of the camera. Let me put that in quick. I did notice they don't like special characters in their password. So don't use special characters. Given names. I'm gonna call it. I'm just gonna call it camera for now. Or you know what? I'm gonna call it. I'm just gonna call it Panasonic. So call it Panasonic, and then I'm just gonna keep it called iPhone. That's what I'm setting it up on. Window camera has successfully been added. Let's explore HomeHawk. Tip for removal: pull the lock lever while holding the camera. Pull the white tag to remove. And of course, you gotta wait for them to show you the entire thing it looks like before they'll allow you to hit OK. This is icon for mode. Okay, so that'd be your mode if you're away or whichever. Let's go to Panasonic and make sure it's actually loading properly. Now the camera light is actually blinking red. And let's see my hand. There's my hand. We are working right now. But yeah, right now, if you actually look on the back of the camera, we are blinking red. So just so you know, that's what it looks like. And maybe red's for recording mode. I'm going to go ahead and unplug the camera, and then we're going to head upstairs and actually attach to the window. Okay, so I already cleaned the inside of this window here, so the outside is actually still dirty, but I've decided I'm going to leave it like that for, well, let's see what it actually looks like with having a window that hasn't been cleaned for the whole year. So what we're going to do is I'm going to actually attach the camera kind of probably at this level, maybe a little higher, just because I do have a wall out in front of on my front porch. You can kind of see part of it right there. So I'm going to go ahead and set it up right about there, and then I'll just plug it in. So I'm going to take the front end off, make it as square as possible, or plumb as possible. Just kind of push all four corners on nice and tight, and then I'm going to push and hold while pushing the suction cup forward. That should be it. I kind of routed the cable a little bit here because we still don't have our trim done here in our window. But at least it gives me something where to semi-hide the cable, I guess, for now. And then what you can do is you can use those little sticky back guys. I can show you what they look like. And so these little clips, you can actually just basically stick the cable so it doesn't actually, well, like I have it right now, it kind of bows out, right? And so if you really wanted to, you could find a way to get it so it actually hugs the window better, and I might actually do that a little bit. And then bring it down so it's not, sticking out as much or as bad. I can actually rotate that, actually bring it in kind of like that there. Still booting up. And yeah, let's see here. I'm going to probably rotate that around. And so, yeah, why not? We'll use one of these. Right there on the window, just like so. I'll show you a little closer here in a minute. And yeah, for now, I'm not too crazy about it because this window is not fully done yet, but that gets next to the window. I might actually put the second clip down here, kind of like that, to hide it a little bit more. Maybe I'll just do that while we're right here anyway. If I was to say one thing, I kind of wish they would give you more clips. I would like seeing that. 2 is pretty lax on it. I wouldn't mind seeing like 4 clips. And there we are. Alright, let me show you what that looks like closer. Alright, so you can see, I think that red blinking is actually when you access it from your phone, so it kind of tells you. But that I might be able to see through it. Yep, you do see through the back cover. The back cover just clicks onto place just like that. Now, we should be able to see everything from the camera that we can see out there, which includes my garbage that's still out there. I don't know if you noticed when we were doing the unboxing, but inside that back cover there are a couple strips of double-sided tape. And I kind of wondered what they were until I looked at this. This is the alternative method for long-term attachment. Basically, you take those one set of the strips and you put it on the sides of the camera, and then you can stick it with that instead, and then you don't have to worry about what they call the 3-month reattachment with the suction cup. So if you know for a fact, and what I would tell you to do is set it up with the suction cup first, know that you really like it there, then do the double-sided tape. I would not do it right out of the gate unless you're 100% certain. They do give you 2 sets of those strips, and of course you can always buy more down the road. So those modes that are shown, and I'll show you here in a second where they're at. Looks like they have protection mode, they have 24/7 record, and they have basic mode. So it all depends on which mode you're going to want to do it. On protection mode, it looks like notification enabled, auto record enabled, and sends a notification when motion is detected. 24/7, obviously it always is recording. Overwrite, it's got to overwrite in a loop essentially, and notification is also enabled. And then basic, disabled for notification, disabled for auto recording. So obviously if you're home, you can have it set so it's on basic mode, so you're not worried about that. You can just use it for viewing purposes, but it's not actually recording, it looks like. So there's kind of those 3 modes, and you can see that what mode you're in based on right here at the top. So you can click on that, and then you can choose which mode you would like to do. I am actually going to do 24/7 recording mode. That way I can get the most information out of it as close as I can. Average recordable is 0.7 days with a 16 gig card because there's only 14.83 gigs available. So less than a day of 24/7 recording. But that's what I'm going to start with, just so I can constantly see what's going on, or get a feel for it. I'm probably going to go to protect mode eventually, to be honest about it, but that's where you can do that. Click on here within the app at any time. Should be able to see, there we go, the live recording. You can see my garbage on the front porch I still got to get rid of one of these days. Looks like you can actually pick person, so it actually it has person recognition, it looks like. Motion when it sees motion. Obviously with the timeline, we'll know more about that in the full review when I have that finished. Recording list, recording timeline. And so of course we don't have any recordings, it's just started recording now. So motion detected, and that's probably this stuff up here. And of course you can choose, I'm sure you can go in here and choose notification settings. Here we go. Recording error and mode change, you can change that. Detection, motion detection sensitivity, we're going to turn that low because I'm already getting it and nobody's up there. Set detection area, you can actually go in here and take out detection and put that back in. So I'm going to take these plants out because I like this. This is really easy to use. I'm going to actually take out all these spots because I'm just going to get vehicles non-stop. There we go. And now anything that comes on the porch I should be able to see just fine. It should automatically trigger. And then we can actually turn that back up to normal. So there's that. Let's go to video. Looks like you can change the frame rate and the resolution. If you want to go a little lower resolution, you get longer days. So if we go down to, let's see, 720p, let's see if I can get information on how much. We'll keep it at 30 frames per second. We'll go down to 720p, and if we go into alright, so if we go into 24/7 recording, let's choose protection mode. Now, no, it still says 0.7 days, so it didn't really change that. I'm sure it does, because lower resolution should change that, but that's just interesting that it doesn't really tell you a whole bunch of information on that. I'm going to go back and I'm going to turn it back to high quality because I do want to see the highest quality capability that it's going to have. Oop, video, there we go. Full HD, hit OK. HDR mode, sure. Yeah, obviously the brights and the darks, I want that. We can change the name, we already set the name. Signal strength should show pretty good signal. Yep, awesome, that's in my living room. Notification we already went through. Detection, login settings. We went through that when we actually did it. Home wireless is set to ESID if you need to change it. And then system. Time adjustment, maintenance reminder. We can, obviously, if you doing the adhesive mount, you should turn that maintenance reminder off. We can check to see if there's a firmware. Nope, latest firmware is good. Reset camera settings if you want to reset it back. Otherwise, we are fully set and good to go. And there's the playback already happening. We can actually go to the list, and we can see the list, motion list already. All right, so maybe I should start giving like an easiness factor to setup of this. Extremely easy, not hard at all, to be honest. I was to get it on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being just anybody can do it, and 10 being extremely difficult. Probably put it in the 2 to 3 mark. Pretty easy, to be honest. Downside to things like this is what are you going to do with the wires? I mean, they're going to be exposed. You're not going to put them in the wall, right? Unless you're really crazy about it, like I tend to be sometimes. However, it's just something you may have to deal with. If you have an outlet directly below the window, that's probably going to be better. Now, I have my smart shades that come down at night, so we'll see how well that does. Now, I'll include all that information in my final video, what I find and maybe how I've adjusted the wires after having it up for a little while. like I said, I would definitely start with the suction cup mode, and then if you're happy with it, then go to the adhesive mode. That way you don't have to worry about the maintenance reminder. But I'm really looking forward to seeing how well it works with the night mode, the color night mode. Really looking forward to that. So hopefully it looks amazing, and as well as the box tries to make it look right. So if you want to watch the final video on this, once I have my thoughts after use and having it up for a little while, I will put a link down in the description. Until then, it'll say coming soon. I'll also post it at the end of the video here as well, so you can easily find it. But yes, if you have any questions about this, post that below. Comment, subscribe if you can for me. Share the video. Love it if you would. Hit the like, thumbs up button. And if you have any questions directing toward me and you can't get a hold of me in the comment section because it can be a blur sometimes there, head over to techgooch.com. You can get a hold of me directly through there. So thanks to all those that do send out stuff. I'm happy to help as I can. But yeah, that is the HomeHawk from Panasonic. I honestly got to tell you that I'm kind of excited to see what I get out of this. I really am. It's a neat device. It's really quick and easy to add to any home. It's not outside in the elements, so you don't have to worry about waterproofing or getting wires outside, to be honest to it. It's all inside the house. Yeah, you have a little bit of wire play inside. They give you a couple clips. I wish they would give you more clips. But out of the gate, without having really used it yet, pretty simple, pretty nice. I like the ease of figuring out what section is it going to monitor. And a lot of cameras are a little trickier than that. The little just pixelate the box, yet an X where you don't want to look and a non-X where you want it to pay attention to. That's a big thumbs up in that regard too. So let me know if you have any questions. Otherwise, we'll catch you back here on GeekSmart for a future video setup tutorial. So we'll see you soon. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for sticking to the end.